So one of the things I've heard a lot lately from my female clients, especially as we're going into the holidays, is a little bit about dating. And some of the guys that they're meeting, and they're looking for some redirection or maybe some male perspective as to kind of what to do. And this is tough because I was raised by an Irish and Italian family, so family's super important. Respect to women and to others is really good, and being protective of them is something that was naturally bestowed upon me, and I'm grateful for it now. But hearing some of these ladies' dating stories about the kind of men that they're meeting and the kind of things that they encounter and endure, such as getting unsolicited dick pics or very inappropriate questions or extreme forwardness from men from all ages, right? Guys in their 30s now, 40s, 50s, even 60s, just randomly doing things that, like, sure, I did as a teenager and in my early 20s, but have since grown out of. And it's a little bit alarming. I don't know why some of these older guys are dealing with some of this stuff or continuing to do this, right? Responding to things in an emotional manner and doing things that seem wildly inappropriate and crossing a lot of boundaries. And so I just want to talk about integrity as a man in the dating pool, in the dating arena. It's hard. Maybe there's not a lot of us. Maybe you are a man with integrity and you're just not dating, or maybe you're in a relationship or taken, or maybe you just don't want to play the game because you feel like it's somewhat of a broken system. And it is, especially for my female clients and for a lot of other women out there. It's a very broken system, the online dating thing. And I get it. We're all brought up on Disney movies, but what does Disney do? They condition us to want to find the perfect princess or want to find the knight in shining armor and then live happily ever after with nothing ever going on and no fights, no nothing. And that was a lie that was sold to us with an unrealistic expectation. Yes, we do deserve that. Yes, we should all want that, but it doesn't happen to all of us. Relationships take work. But the one thing that I would encourage you to do as a person, whether male, female, or undisclosed, is to focus on your integrity as a person. Do what you're going to say what you're going to do, follow through, be a kind person, and trust the process that it's going to work out, okay? You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, so you can't not date forever, but you can really think about the shots that you do take, the dates that you do go on. And I eventually told my client, I said, hey, there's something called a red flags and a green flags list. I said, do you have one? She goes, no. What are those? And I said, okay, all the situations you've ever been in, you can turn those into a red flags list. I know they live up here, but until we get them on paper, they don't really exist in our physical world. And a green flags list is all the qualities that you're looking for, all the things you would like to see, all the things you would like to experience, and you also write those down. So whether it's, wanting to date someone who is single or keeps their word or is financially successful or takes care of their body, right? These are all things that you should want and you deserve. But if you find yourself constantly getting hit on by men who are in relationships and they're trying to take you out on these sneaky, let's go out for drinks and talk about work kind of thing, then you know that that's probably a red flag and you should stay away from that. Put that on your list. Train your brain and your body and your spirit and your mind and your emotions to know that you're not going to allow those things, right? To know that that's not something that you want long term. To know that that's really not a stable foundation to build a dating or partnership on. And when you develop these lists and you just focus on your integrity as a person, things will naturally work out. And even if they don't, you still retain your authenticity at the end of the day and your own integrity, which makes you feel more confident and like you've already won, okay? Because you got yourself. The only relationship you really have for life is the one you have with yourself, all right? I got to take a nap. It's been a long day. See you guys in the next one. Message me if you want to chat more about this or book a call.